Hi, Dr. Quilly. Uh, hi, Josie. I'm waiting for my guest. Glad you all could make it. Good to see you. It shows four, but I only see two of you. So it's all good. Yeah, hi there. Hi, Josie. I'm waiting for Jess, the creator, and I'm assuming she'll be here. I, Iblis, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. I've seen you a number of times. That doesn't mean pronounced your name correctly. I hope I did. Fat News Daily. Hello, how are you today? I'm waiting for Jess. I'm going to try. I've canceled like four times. I'll try again. It's like the slot machine. If you pull it, nothing come out. Keep pulling till it does. Long as I'm not using my money. I don't go to the casino. I just use that as an example. I love to go to the casino to eat though, because they usually have very good food. Okay, it's all good, and I watch the shows, but they're not gonna get my money for sure. Okay. Yeah, I used to live in Detroit. I would go to the Motor City, okay, and I forgot what the name of the other. I liked Motor City better than the other casino. Okay, they had good food. Besides the food, I wasn't even trying to hear about it. Okay. Yeah, I have addictive personality, so what I do is I just stay away from those places. Okay. Period. Yeah, but I used to see how they had the buses filled up with the senior citizens, and the senior citizens had their oxygen tanks, and they smoked them cigarettes, and they brought they brought you over those watered down drinks. I guess enough of those watered down drinks, I guess you'd be fine. You see a lot of those senior citizens sitting there on the penny machine. Okay, penny for your thoughts, right? Anyway, I'm gonna try uh just again. Okay. If you don't succeed, try again. We don't give up around here. Okay. Because soon as you're about to give up, that's when the magic happens. Okay. Then you're like, ding, ding, ding. You're like, okay, jackpot. Okay. I'm just using it as an example. Okay. I'm not going to no casino flat out. I'm just, again, it's just a metaphor. Okay. While I'm sitting here trying to divert the attention away from the fact that Jess is not here. Okay. Hi, Joe. How you doing today? We're waiting for Jess, the creator. Okay. I'm be respectful of you guys' time. Okay, but we don't have any control over technology, as we know. Okay. We plan to meet at 10 o'clock. It's 10:03. It is what it is. Okay. So we're gonna figure it out. So what we were basically gonna talk about is I don't want to steal Jess Thunder, okay? Because that's not nice. That's really not nice to do. Anyway, we're going to talk about the Substack rebrand and monetization, and it was going to be explained by Jess, okay? Because I met Jess, I found her through Robin Levin, okay? One day, a couple of weeks ago, her and Robin was going live, and I'm like, let me check out and see what this conversation is about, right? So it sounds interesting because it's something I needed to do because since I've been on Substack, I have rebranded at least three times. Okay. That's not to say I won't rebrand again. Okay. Because the first time it's like, is that really my target audience? Is that the person that I gravitate towards? And I question it because it didn't feel like it was in the right place, right? So I'm like, no, no, that's not my target market. I really don't know who it is. That's what I said at the time. Okay. But we can't sell products and services to everybody because everybody's not gonna want to buy from us. Everybody's not gonna like us. So it's like, okay, well, who are the people that I am passionate about helping, right? So I'm like, it was staring me in the face of the whole time because when I started working for the federal government, okay, I said it was going to be women. Why not? Being a black, being a woman, being marginalized, okay? It's like I had to figure things out for myself. I didn't have no free lunch and wasn't nobody going to come and save me. So I had to figure out, okay, well, how I'm going to pick up the pieces of my shattered life and figure out how I'm going to make it in this world, okay? And so I rebranded, right? So I like, this is my people right here. I was just shooting in the wind. I really didn't know. I just figured, okay, that's what it is. And then as I continued to work for the federal government, I said, well, I'm going to retire from this place one day. I'm going to decide to become a coach in the meantime. Okay. So I'm going to talk to women within the government. Okay. I spent $10,000 for this course. I paid this girl on Fiverr. We created the course together. And then afterwards to say, oh, by the way, you ain't gonna be able to market this course. It's not marketable. It's like, okay, we're the women in government. Um, okay, they're on LinkedIn, but if they know like me, they're gonna be trying to get out of the government because the government is screwing everybody over. So it's like, damn, I done picked the wrong person, okay, to try to market to. There it is. So then I came to Substack, and then I'm like, well, I'm gonna talk to everybody. That's not gonna work either. Okay. So I like, okay, because I was exhausted trying to talk to LGBTQ. I was trying to talk to men, trying to talk to women, trying to talk to everybody. I was exhausted. Okay. And we have the burnout coach here, so anti-burnout. So she know what I'm talking about. Like if you don't know who you are and what you bring to the table, how you expect the clients to know? So I just went on, I was just faking the funk for a couple of years until I figure it out. Because a lot of us really don't know. The easy part is going to school to become a coach. That's the easy part. Okay. And getting all the certification and everything. But afterwards, how are you going to market yourself? That is $100,000 question. Okay. And that's why I asked Jess here today. And so uh, after meeting Jess, I said to myself, let her and I work together. First of all, I wanted to see if she was the type of person that I wanted to work with. Okay. Because I didn't work with a lot of different people. And honestly, our energy just did not mix. They might have been a good person, but they just wasn't for me. Okay. And I wanted to work with somebody that gets me. Okay. Because I know I'm the type of person I can be hard to get along with. Okay. I have very high standards. And so knowing that, I'm just not going to accept just anything or anybody. So uh, that's why I always go have a Zoom call with each person I go live with first to make sure we have good connection, good energy. Okay. Otherwise, I'm not going to go live with you because it's not going to work out well. So Jess and I met, and I felt really good about her energy. I felt really good about her being a very positive person and her being able to take me above where I wanted to go. Okay. Because I have reached the rising list this year. Was it this year? Last year. I think it was last year. I made the rising business list for 2 different days. Okay. For one day. I applaud it. It's very, very competitive. Okay. So I'm like, cool. Uh, and then I reached the third time the rising business list for 2 days. I applaud it. Okay. Because most people on the bestseller list is people that I aspire, you know, people that I subscribe to myself because I hold them in high esteem. Some of these people, like Anna Kaling, Claudia Faith, uh, Veronica Lorca Smith. The names go on and on. I can just name a bunch of them. And so many of these people I have had as my coach and my mentor because I look up to them because they didn't get here by chance. Okay. So Jess has two publications. She has Stuck to Published, and she also had the NP Fellow, okay? Which means she is a nurse practitioner, okay? She also was involved in the stocks and future trader, okay? So she has been bestseller for two different publications, okay? And so I'm like, who else best to help me? Okay? Because I don't want you just to sit down and say, well, here, you just follow these steps right here. Okay? I can do that with anybody. So she took a personal interest. She said, okay, Margaret, we're going to work together over a course of 2 days. We're going to sit down and work together and figure out how to craft your message, your personal message, where you can highlight the things that you do very well so people will understand what your offerings are. Okay, because I didn't want to have a publication where I had to send when I first started Substack, I was sending out one article a week. Okay. And that was back in November 24. As we know, April 2026, a lot of things on Substack has changed. I don't feel that I can just sustain on just doing one article per week. By the time you get done, people are like, who are you? Because we have much more people on Substack now than we used to. We have DL Hughley, we have Jade Fonda, we have um what's her name? Rhymes, and I see India Irie, the guy from Mind Valley. And the number of people that's coming to Substack is just going to continue to increase. And that's a beautiful and a wonderful thing for all of us. Gives us all an opportunity to communicate with a lot of different people that I wouldn't have normally met. Okay. I had an opportunity to go live with Bob Berg, okay, the Go Giver. I had read his book and he was a fan of mine forever. Some said, just reach out and see if he'll do a live with you. I reached out and he said, yeah. And that's evergreen material. I can always go back to that. Boom. Okay. So I'm not I'm sure it was something beyond just control, okay? But I still wanted to tell you what we were doing anyway. So what I was talking about is Veronica helped me at the beginning. She told me, Margaret, you just go live. No, 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 no. She Veronica told me, yeah, you can write this hero post, Margaret, because my self-esteem was so low that I didn't think I was good enough to write a post. So she said, Margaret, you can write a post. And by the way, turn on your pay prescriptions at the beginning. And I followed her advice. And all this time, I've been saying, well, what am I going to give to my paid subscribers? Okay. Because I really felt really guilty. Okay. And because they were getting everything that the free subscribers were getting. So this is what I said. I'm gonna give away all the content for free. That way I don't have to figure out, differentiate. Okay, well, I'm gonna give the paid subscribers a free article now. And then, you know, I just couldn't decide. So I'm like giving all this information away for free. And what I'm going to for, what the paid subscribers will be paying for is paying for coaching. They can pay for coaching services, mentoring, advising, consulting. I have played all of these roles in my life through lived experience, and I have a master's degree in industrial and organizational psychology, and I'm a certified leadership and executive coach. So individuals can pay for these services. all the everybody can get all the other information for free. We can have monthly brainstorming services for paid subscribers that wants to attend. Okay, and this is the way I'm going to set up the monetization for this publication that works within my values and what I bring to the table. Okay, I've always had a problem with money growing up in the Baptist church, and this way I feel that I'm gonna give the best value to my subscribers and be able to continue to grow. I feel like this all my life. I've been down here. Okay. I've been made to stay down here. Well, those days are over. So, how can I elevate myself in such a crowded space? Okay. Well, this is how I'm going to set myself apart because any given time you can go on Substack. All of us, mostly all of us are coaches. What sets me apart is my experience. Okay. The things that I bring to the table and the people that I serve. And that is going, was been resonated in my new messaging. Okay. I had in my navigation screen, okay, I don't have it put up here right now, but what I had was a podcast, notes, and I had three columns with the pillars, okay? I eliminated those because all those articles I had written was back in November 24. I just dumped them all in the publication articles, okay? And I had put a start here page. uh just said no, you don't need a start here page because what people are going to see when they go to your page is going to see the about. Okay, I restructured we restructured together the about me and the about page to show the difference between the offerings for the publication and the experience and things that I bring to the table, including certifications. I didn't put all of my certifications in there because that doesn't need to be known. Because I also put in my references from Sinja that I have been accumulated over the last 15, 20 years of my career, which I worked spanned 36 years working for under federal service. Okay, so anything that was not captured here is going to be captured under my LinkedIn. So I basically took all the testimonials that I had received over the years and also incorporated them in this system called Sinja, and also put that on the publication so people can see. Each and every one of us needs to have testimonials. I have really more testimonials than 23, okay? But I just didn't ask for them. And what we need to do is ask people for a recommendation. It shows proof of life, shows that you have these capabilities and people have came in and relied on you for assistance. I've given away a lot of free advice. However, those days are over because when you keep giving your services away for free, people don't appreciate these things, and they have a tendency to take advantage of your kindness. So we have to charge people for what we feel we are worth. And I know that I'm worth a lot. Okay. And so this is what it is. This is today's world that we live in. We cannot expect to get something for free. We have to expect to also give as well. And I've given a lot and I'm going to continue to give, but we all need to be in the same mindset. Okay. So with the publication, it's going to include a leadership audit you're going to be giving at the beginning. Okay, I'm going to send that to you. We're going to sit down and schedule your first quarterly session. You're going to get 4 sessions during the year. Okay, we're going to sit down, see where you are, where you want to go. You're on island A, you get to island B. And we're going to work together on this. And then we're going to incorporate the brainstorming session, monthly brainstorming session for those who wants to attend, to have some things they want to get off their chest, or they want some things to, they might be working on a workshop and they want to probably get some ideas. I worked with teams my entire 36-year career, and there's no reason I can't transfer everything, which I've already done, everything I've done during the course of my life and career here on Substack. Each and every one of us are doing the same thing. Okay. How can we market ourselves to improve the quality of our lives while we're increasing the quality of everyone else's lives around us? Because otherwise, why are we here? Okay, we could be honestly doing something else. Okay. And so, how can we blend all of these things that we've already done? Just like Jess, she's incorporated her medical training, the things that she learned in the stock market, the things that she's learned through marketing and all walks of life. How can we utilize these things to improve the quality of our lives and the people we serve and our families as well? Because we are also teaching our children, raising them that they're going to be the future leaders of this country. Okay. So we have to live and lead by example. Okay. And that is what I'm trying to do. And that's why it took me so long to put all these things out, because I want to be transparent and I want to be genuine. I don't want to say one thing and do another, which I like, okay, I said I was going to do these uh things in the chat, in the community chat. Well, I'm not going to do that every day if I'm giving you 3 or 4 articles or whatever a day. So I try to be cognizant of what I'm giving you, and try to be mindful of that, because you're getting emails and things from other people, including your own publication. So I try to be mindful of all of these things, what I'm doing, and try to uh, do things the right way. Now, things the right way, well, that could differ. We could come up with a number of things, okay? But again, we can look at specifically the changes that I've made on the publication. There's things that we all can do as we continue to evolve. We continue to modify and tweak our publications accordingly, because what you thought you wanted to do yesterday may have changed today, and you might decide to go in a different direction, and that's okay. But it's just important to keep the people that you're serving in the loop so they can understand what's going on, because we're all being impacted by all of these decisions and things we have no control over at all. The things that we can control, those are the things we need to focus our attention on, and let somebody else worry about those other things. Okay, that's why I have um internalized a lot of things, and paying more attention on what's going on in my own home and in my own publication, and not being so concerned about what's going on around me, because I don't have no control over those things. The things I have control over is trying to ensure that I have a healthy community, thriving community of people, that we're working together for the betterment of the world. How we can do that, okay, is through feedback. Okay, you can say whatever you want to, or what you can call me whatever you want. I've heard it all. I've been it all, so it doesn't bother me. The thing is putting our own egos aside and figure it out, rolling up our sleeves and figure out what part do I play in this community? What can I do to make a difference in it and a part of the world? Because you're not only changing the community, you're changing yourself in the process. Okay. And that's what we fail to realize, is every time we're giving ourselves, we are also looking to also receive those things in return. It's part of the laws of attraction. The things that you want to attract, okay? We need to be cognizant of these things in our daily life, including the people we have in our inner circle. And if it's not the people that we need or want in it, then we need to remove ourselves from that situation, because it doesn't get any better. So do you guys have any questions? Um, because at any given time when you have to go live, you go live. You can't sit and wait for anything or anybody to stand in the way. Things happen for a reason. I don't question it. I just keep things moving. Do you have any questions about the um, the rebrand or the monetization or anything like that? Everybody have to do what is comfortable for them. I even eliminated the founding member, okay? Because I figure a, if I'm gonna have this paid subscription, I just want to focus on that, okay? I don't want to add anything else to make things over overwhelming, okay? Focus on that, how I can bring that in fruition, and how can I nurture and cultivate that the same way I have with my relationship on Substack and in notes. Everything is a part of the situation, okay? Um, so we have to continue to lead with freedom, influence, and authority by relying on ourselves, our abilities, our expertise, and the quality that we want in others. We have to bring that same quality. We have to bring that same um, commitment, okay? Because otherwise, what are you going to have, right? You're not going to have anything. So we have to start right now. Anybody have any questions? Um, she said, you've been inspired because I've been healing from sickness, illness, and getting better. And I can't wait to be well to go live. It's about art, writing, and psychology. Hey, that's fine. If you want me to go live with you or however you want to do it, that's fine. I think each and every one of us should go live, even if it's for a few minutes. Okay? Because you have a important message to say. Okay? Very important message. And that's why I was going to go live regardless of if I have to go up here by myself. Okay? Because we all have something important to say. And you all need to remember that. Okay? Very much so. Um, so if you guys I'm not really sure what happened. Maybe it was me, maybe it was the time. It doesn't matter because life has to keep moving. We can't stay stagnant, okay? And so that's the message for each of you as well. This is a wonderful day, and I'm glad that I was able to get this rebrand, okay, monetization taken care of the way I want it done. Okay, and if you have any questions or concerns, you can reach out because I have also met with paid subscribers individually and help them, okay, with whatever goals that they were looking to achieve. And that's not going to change either. Okay. I just wanted you to know, because my mother used to always say, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? And I wanted to explain to you why I'm doing the way I'm doing it. And I have been getting I won't say a lot. I will say I have been getting paid subscribers because they probably are like me. When I first started at Substack, I was getting these subscriptions mainly because of the relationship that I had developed with each of these people. Okay, more than anything else, I didn't always utilize the services, but I had respect for the individual. I had respect for the relationship that I had built with each of those individuals. Is the reason why I got the subscriptions, okay? Because there's a lot of marketing people out there. There's a lot of coaches out there, okay? There's a lot of people talking about politics. So how do I decide? I decide which ones that gravitate towards me, okay? As far as the values, the type of person they are, their character, okay? And I base my buying on that, okay? but I love everything that Apple make because I just love Apple. And maybe you guys are the same way. Maybe you pick people the same way. You also have to look at what type of client you want to work with. Okay, I'm not gonna want to work with no client that's gonna be a micromanager. If they're gonna be a micromanager, gonna wanna, okay, well, what did you do with this time here and this time here and this time here? I'm not gonna work with that kind of person, okay? Because I work for the federal government for them type of people, and you know that eventually that every negative comment they have to say, you have to internalize all that. And one day I'm just gonna go off and I'm gonna cuss the person out. I'm just being honest. So I'm not gonna work with that type of person. I'm gonna work with the type of person that's gonna say, hey, I want you to do this, 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 and this. We're gonna sit down and have an agreement. We're gonna write it down. We're gonna agree. Okay. These are the things I'm willing to accept. These are the willing things you're willing to accept. Anything above and beyond that, this contract is null and void. I worked for the government for 39 years. Okay. Read the fine print. So whoever you decide to work with, make sure you have that agreement. Okay, I've had paid subscribers. I return their money to them, and I delete them because we are no longer in alignment with with our values. Maybe we have the wrong kind of energy. I don't want your money. This is about this is about compatibility. This is not about uh competition. Okay, I'm not competing with anyone. And anyone feels that I'm competing with them, they're in the wrong place. They need to find somewhere else to go because that's not what my work is about. Okay, so we need to be mindful of the people that we have not only in our inner circle, okay, but also the people that we associate in general, because these things can come back on us in a negative way. Okay, don't let nothing and nobody bring you down. Don't let nothing and nobody uh, stifle your growth, your creativity, or your credibility. Okay, because for example, I worked for the federal government for 39 years. You can do one thing wrong, and people will hold it against you for the rest of your life. Okay, those type of people don't mean us any good. Okay, and I know that everywhere I go, people try to break us down because they can't break you down one way. They're gonna figure out, okay, well, we're gonna just do a smear campaign and we're gonna take them out that way. So, the best thing to do is don't just avoid the noise, avoid chaos, continue doing what you are passionate about. Um, and we can't worry about anybody else because we only here on this earth for a short period of time. Okay, tomorrow's not promised. Okay, and so do you in every way and in every capacity. That's what I'd say. And don't let nobody steal. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Don't let nobody take anything from you. Okay, and to work on the things within your control. Everything else is going to take care of itself. I'm very happy about this rebrand and this monetization. Okay, and I'm going to move forward with that and continue to build this community. And do you guys have any questions or concerns? I was probably going to go live tomorrow, but since I'm going live today, I don't see any reason to tomorrow. But I do have restrain, and I plan on starting to utilize that as well. It's time for me to up my game as well, not only on the rebrand and monetization, but also in my messaging as well. Um, and so we all need to think about that. Like I said, Substack is a wonderful place. What met wonderful people, but just don't put all your eggs on one in one basket. Okay. I know many of you might have a presence on LinkedIn. Many of you have your own YouTube. I would say this is a good time to diversify, not to put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, because you got people on all of these platforms that need our services. Okay, each and every one of us have skills and talents. Okay, expertise. So don't just limit yourself just to Substack. Substack is a wonderful place, and so was TikTok and all those other places once upon a time as well. So I just encourage all of you to diversify and make sure you are, connecting with the right people that can take you where you want to go. And we just continue to embrace each other to for a better day. Okay, and it's a beautiful day. We woke up, we saw another day. So what you want to do with today? Okay, ask yourselves that. Okay, and I want to thank you all today for joining, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you all.